So something really important came up in the comments of my video about why I don't use the arrow ace flag, and I want to take a moment and talk about that. So in that video, I talk about how, for me, finding that I'm aromantic was difficult because I still really wanted a romantic relationship and I still really liked the idea of romance. So I couldn't understand that it was about the attraction, and I couldn't isolate the attraction part of it to really understand that I am aromantic. Something I didn't mention in that video is that for me, I always pursued the love story. And oftentimes I feel like I might have even fallen in love with the idea of the girl and fallen in love with the idea of that romantic story more than I did with the actual person. And I've always kind of regretted that. Like, for instance, there was a girl that I met at a Motion City soundtrack concert in 2016. And we went on a few dates and I thought I really liked her, but I kind of questioned, did I like her or did I like the idea of her? You know, one of my favorite songs as far as a romantic song, which really isn't a romantic song, but I love the moniker of The Girl at the Rock Show by Blink-182. Because to me, that's somebody that shares a very common interest with you, something that you're passionate about. And that to me is something that I wanted. So The Girl at the Rock Show was kind of like this ideal for me. And then I found a girl at a rock show and we hit it off and we exchanged numbers and we went on some dates and we went to Warped Tour, separate but hung out together that day. And it felt like, hey, maybe this is my girl at the rock show. This is my love story. But of course, things didn't work out. I now understand better that maybe I was pursuing that story more than I was pursuing the girl and feeling more attracted to the story and my own want for that story than I felt for the girl. So that brings me to the thing that I didn't mention that came up in my comments about that video. Somebody mentioned that it's okay to identify under 2 or more microlabels at the same time, which I could do myself because, as I mentioned in that video, I found that Cupio-romantic and ego-romantic aspects of both made sense for me and helped me figure out that I'm aromantic, but that I prioritize or use Cupio-romantic to describe my identity. I could use ego-romantic in cooperation with Cupio-romantic, and that would be perfectly fine. And if you're somebody that is torn between a couple microlabels, it is entirely your choice. If you want to focus in on one, that's fine with everybody to do. If you want to say that you're both of those or more than 2 or however many fit you, it's your language. It's your tool to describe your identity and to articulate your experiences and feelings. There's no limit to how many microlabels make sense for you. If you want to use more than one, that's your decision. I don't know, I just felt like that was a really important thing to talk about because at the end of the day, it's your experience. It's your ability to articulate your experience, and however works for you, that's up to you. There will be no gatekeeping of limits of microlabels on this channel, and there will be no gatekeeping of language on this channel.